Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cheryl Technology Channel. My name is Chris, and I'm your host. And in this video, we are going to examine my dad dying 1 year later. It has been exactly a year today that he died. He died of, I don't know what he died of. They said he was very, very sick when he died. But a year later, you would think that the pain would be gone. You would think that things would get better, but honestly, the pain doesn't go away. You've heard the saying, time heals all wounds? No, it doesn't. It didn't for me. Does it get easier? Yes, it absolutely gets easier. It absolutely gets easier. But what I have learned is that in the grand scheme of things, when your parent dies, there's things that happen to you inside that you don't see. So, for instance, one thing that happened to me was I started looking at my life and thinking, where am I going to go? Where am I going to go with my life? What am I going to do with it? Because we're not promised tomorrow, y'all. We're not. And my dad is an example of that. I talked to him the day before he died. He was fine. And then the next day, he wasn't fine. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk to y'all about today. Is what it's like a year later after someone close to you dies. How do you deal with that, and what's it feel like? So it's still excruciatingly painful. There are nights when I cry. There's days when I don't, but I think about him all the time. I do. I think about my dad quite often, actually. And I miss playing the video games with him because it was me, him, and my brother-in-law. Shout out to Cunyo. And I miss having my dad there, cause especially on Warzone, because he would say what they've done to Warzone. He'd say, "This is stupid. This sucks. I'm not playing until they fix it. I'm not playing this game no more." He'd say something like that probably. But I know that my dad wanted the best for me, and he wanted me to take what I know and carry it forward. And I know that that's what he would want me to do. And so that's what I've done. I started my channel, and after he did all that, he bought me a new computer so I could do better videos, because my video card wouldn't handle the load. And so he bought me the video card. He bought the whole computer's a unit and sent it to me. And that's every video I have made in the last year has been on this computer. And I've made 60, 70 videos with it. So that I really want y'all to understand that you start to question your humanity. Like we're all going to die. That's a fact of life. Nobody's going to escape it. And not even Jesus himself did. But he freely gave his life. So it's different. He could have said, "No, I'm not going to," but he did. The rest of us, all us normal humans, are not going to be able to escape death. Death, every day that goes by, you get one day closer to death. You are not promised tomorrow, and you could die at any time. So what I learned from my dad was this. My dad told me something, and I've struggled with a lot of things at work too. I struggled a little bit today because it was his 1 year anniversary of his death. And I thought to myself, how did a year go past that fast? How does a year go by that fast? I just don't. It went by quick, like really quick. And here it is, December. My birthday's in 5 days. And I don't know, man. Like, I remember when Thanksgiving come, like right when Thanksgiving come, the only thing that I could think of was this is the first Thanksgiving without my dad. That's all that ran through my mind. Nothing else. I really didn't have any other thoughts other than that. So at some point, y'all, you need to be thankful for the people who are around you. I know there's going to be people out there that are going to say, "Oh, well, my family's a pain in the butt. You don't understand." I don't need to understand. You need to understand. You need to be grateful for the people you have, because when they're gone, it's too late. You can't appreciate them when they're gone. You can't look at them and say, "I love you" anymore. It's too late. Now, my dad and me had a really good relationship toward the end of his life, and we got along very, very well, and we spoke every day. So it wasn't like we didn't hang out or anything. We did. But a year later, I can tell you that the pain has subsided some, but in terms of like sheer hurt, it hasn't went away. When I have the pain, it's extremely bad. But when I don't, it's fine. So I miss my dad. Every day I miss him. And I've got my mom now, so she lives with me. She's a pain in the butt, but I love her to death. So, and you know what the interesting part is? The part that I probably love the most about my dad was him, the way he would love my boys. The love he had for my kids was very special to me. Like I'd never seen anything like that. Like how, well, of course, because he's my only dad. But I mean, I never saw him love the boys the way that my mother loves my boys different. I don't really know, but my dad always showed them caring and kindness and love. And you know that I hope to be half as good as my dad someday. And I don't know, man. My dad was one of a kind. He was a very, very kind, sweet man. He really was. So y'all, I gotta say, if you're going to appreciate the ones that you have now, because at any moment they could be gone, and I'm telling you, now the pain eases, but it never stops. But I mean, I don't know, man. I've heard his voice in dreams and stuff. I've had dreams about him in the last year. I'll wake up in the middle of the night crying sometimes. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's in the middle of the day. But it is getting better. I can tell you that. So I know that you saw my first video and how hurt I was. It was horribly painful. But now you can see that the pain has subsided some. I can talk about him without crying most of the time. So, I just want y'all to really appreciate the love that you have from the people you have, because take all that junk where you're holding crap against each other, throw that out the window, dude. Stop doing it. Stop arguing over stupid stuff. Just love each other. How hard is that? It's not that hard. Everybody ain't got to always be right. Why does everybody got to always be right? You don't have to be right. Just be humble. That's what my dad would do. My dad he would have probably looked at me on a lot of occasions and said, "Son, just let it go. Just let it go, son. Follow peace." That was his main saying to me. He would always say that. And it's right. It's true. So y'all, I looking back over the last year, I've had a lot of hurts, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of pain, a lot of heartache. But I can say in the end, I'm better for it. I can say that. I wish that I could sit here and say that I didn't want my dad back, because I do. But I think with him being gone, I'm at peace knowing that he's at peace, because he suffered a lot in his life, especially in his later life, because of my brother committing suicide and the hurt that caused him. I've never seen hurt like that in a human's eyes before. That was something different. So y'all, make sure you take care of the ones you have. Love them. I don't care how difficult they are. Love them anyway, because that's what we all should do. If we have as a race of humans would just love people, you don't have to love them. They don't have to be. You just got to love them, man. Just show them kindness, show them love, because everybody deserves love. And I'm going to leave you with this thought. Jesus Christ, when he died for each and every one of us. Even though we didn't deserve it, he died. And so here's what I'm going to tell you. Like he did, you do to others. Just love people, man. I don't care if they're alcoholics, drug addicts, prostitutes, whatever. Just love people. Just love them, man. Show somebody kindness. And I'm going to leave all with that. And that is the end of the video. Thank y'all for watching. And I hope that this video touches you, and that you can learn something from it, and that you can move on. Until next time. Peace, y'all.